Hi guys, welcome to my channel Jim's Fun and Knowledge. If you are new on my channel, please subscribe it and press bell icon to watch my all upcoming videos first. So without wasting too much time, let's begin. Hi guys, this video lecture is on a very important and common term, that is stress, which is a very useful topic, very useful term for all types of engineers, architects. Also side by side, the same topic is too important for interviews and all types of competitive exams for engineering, where you may find out number of questions related to same topic, that is stress. I'm sure everyone heard about the term stress, which is denoted by sigma. It is always denoted by sigma. I saw most of the peoples always describe the stress by the definition, which is stress is defined as load per unit or sectional area. Most of the people define the stress by this definition, which is correct, which is not a wrong. Mathematically you have to describe like this, but actually what is the exact meaning of the stress, how to explain exactly, we'll discuss now in this video. So here there is one piece of rubber with in my hand. I'll try to understand you with the help of one practical example. So let's begin. Whenever a body is subjected to any external force, no matter whatever that compressive force, tensile force, here I'm going to use and apply compressive force, means push from both sides. So whenever a body is subjected to any external force, it tends to undergo deformation, means change in shape and dimension. It tends to undergo deformation, means change in shape and dimensions. But due to cohesion between the molecules of the body, due to cohesion between the molecules of the body resists deformation. It will try to resist the deformation. Clear? So the very important thing is this internal resistance exerted by the body per unit cross-sectional area is known as stress. Clear guys? So the exact meaning of the stress is the internal resistance exerted by the body, which will be always equal to the external force applied by any external agency. So resistance force exerted by the body, which is equal to the external force, is per unit cross-sectional area. In short, resistance force per unit cross-sectional area known as stress. Clear guys? This is the exact definition of the stress. I'm trying to explain you one more time with the help of one diagram. Suppose this is one block under a tensile force. Tensile force means pull from both sides. So this is a block under tensile force, and I am considering one section x-axis, which is dividing this block in two parts, left and right, left part and right part of the block. So I am taking only left part. So this is the left part under tensile force. So what is action of this force? This force, external force, will try to move this surface of the body to this direction. It means this body have to apply resistance force opposite to external force. It means this body will try to resist and apply force on this direction, in opposite direction. So this is the external force, this one is resulting resistance force exerted by the body. So this resistance force per unit cross-sectional area known as stress. Clear guys? This is known as stress, which is denoted by sigma, and it has described only in Newton per meter squares, which is also known as Pascal, and also you may describe it in Newton per mm square, which is also known as megapascal. The units of each term is very important, very important, and conversions also are the very important, that how to explain, how to convert this Newton per meter square to Newton per mm square. We'll discuss this conversion in any other video. Please give the comment if you need the video related to conversion. Definitely I'll make as per your need. Clear guys? It means the internal resistance per unit area of cross section offered by a body against the deformation is known as stress. Mathematically, sigma is equal to force by or load by cross sectional area, and the units of stress is this. So this is the concept of stress. Clear, guys? So these are the important 5 types of stresses: direct stress, shearing stress, bending stress, torsional and thermal stress. Now we'll discuss each and every type of the stress. So very first type is direct stress. So the meaning of direct stress is are the stresses which act perpendicular to the cross section of the member. Means if this is the member and this is the cross section of the member, so the load acting perpendicular to the cross section of the member, whether in pull side, whether in push side. So the load which acts perpendicular to the cross section, because of that load, whatever the stresses will be there, that stresses are known as direct stresses. These stresses are also known as normal stresses, which may be tensile or compressive in nature. That is completely depends upon the loading nature of the loading. Clear? So in short, we can say direct stresses are 2 types. First one, tensile stresses, and second one is compressive stresses. So direct stresses are 2 types, tensile and compressive. First one, we'll discuss tensile stresses. When 2 equal and opposite pulls, are applied to a member, the stresses induced in a member are known as tensile stresses. Clear, guys? Because of this pull, whatever the stresses will be there inside the body, that stresses are known as tensile stresses. Opposite to this one, compressive stresses, when 2 equal and opposite forces acting towards the surface of body, means push from both sides. Here is pull, here push from both sides. So because of this push from both sides, whatever the stresses will be there inside the body, that stresses are known as compressive stresses. In short, you can say because of tensile load, there will be tensile stresses. Because of compressive load, there will be compressive stresses. Clear, guys? Secondly, the very important thing is the member subjected to tensile stresses are known as tie. The meaning of tie is it is the member which is subjected to tensile stresses. Clear, guys? Opposite to this one, a member which will be under compressive stresses known as strut. S-T-R-U-T, strut. Clear, guys? So mathematically, how to explain? We know that stress is equal to resistance force by cross-sectional area. So this is the general mathematical term for the stress. Here we are talking about tensile stress. So tensile stress will be sigma T is equal to Pt divided by cross-sectional area. Means tensile stress is equal to tensile resistance force divided by cross-sectional area. Opposite to this one, for compressive stresses, sigma C means compressive stresses is equal to Pc. Pc means compressive resistance force divided by cross-sectional area. So these are the mathematical terms for tensile and compressive stresses respectively. And the units, you know that very well, we already discussed, that will be same, newtons per meter square or pascals. Clear, guys? This is about direct stresses. Next, come to the shearing stresses. Shearing stresses are also known as tangential stresses. Tangential stresses. So shearing stresses are also known as tangential stresses. This is a very important question for interviews and competitive exams. So the meaning of it is when 2 equal and opposite forces are acting tangentially to the cross section, means suppose this is one plate and this one is second plate under suppose this load. Maybe you can say this is one plate and this one is another plate under this load. So these loads are tangential loads to the cross section. So how to define the shearing stresses? When 2 equal and opposite forces acting tangentially, maybe this, acting tangentially to the cross sections, the stress is induced in a member because of this action known as tangential stresses or shearing stresses. Clear, guys? due to these two equal and opposite forces, this one maybe this one, the member tends to shear off across the section. Shear off across the section means, suppose if there will be some rivet or bolt, this plate will try to move this side, this plate will try to move this side, so the action of this will be shearing. So this bolt will break from the center. Clear? Also, you can take example of your hands. When you will rub your hands like this, it is nothing but because of tangential forces to the cross section of the body. This hand will try to move this side and this hand will try to move back side, so there will be some friction between the surface of two hands. That is only because of shear. So these are the shear stresses only because of shear load. So how to describe it? First of all, shear stresses are denoted by tau. Shear stresses are denoted by tau. So tau is equal to shear force, shear resistance force divided by shear area. Shear force divided by shear area. Clear? So this is the definition of shearing stresses or tangential stresses. Units will be same, megapascal or pascal. Clear, guys? Next is the bending stresses. Bending stresses. Bending stresses are also known as longitudinal stresses. Longitudinal stresses, which are defined as when the beam is loaded some external load. So this is the external load and this one is suppose beam. So when the beam is loaded with some external loads, the bending moments and shearing force are set up at the section of the beam. Clear, guys? So the bending moment at the section tends to bend or deflect the beam. So this is the deflection. So beam is deflected because of external force. The material of the beam will offer some resistance to the bending. See, because of this load, beam is going to be or member is going to be bent. But side by side, the same material, the same member is offering some resistance against bending. So that resistance against bending is known as bending stresses. Clear, guys? Because of external load, there will be some bending in the member, and member will offer some resistance against the bending, against the deflection. That resistance known as bending stresses. You can take example of wire where you will put some clothes, wet clothes. When you will put some wet clothes, what will happen? The straight wire will deflect downside. So the resistance offered by the member, resistance offered by the wire against the bending, against the deflection, known as longitudinal stresses or bending stresses. Clear, guys? Torsional stresses are also known as twisting stresses, which are always there in a member only because of torsional load and or twisting load. Clear, guys? Here in this type of stress, you may take example of screw. When you will punch the screw anywhere with the help of screwdriver, what will happen? You have to apply some rotating force, twisting force. So because of that twisting load, some stresses will be there, stresses will be induced in a member. That stresses are known as twisting stresses or torsional stresses. Clear, guys? Next is temperature stresses, which are known as thermal stresses. When the temperature of a material is changed, the dimension of the material will change automatically. Clear? When the temperature of a material is changed, its dimensions changes. It means because of temperature there will be some changes in dimension of the body. It means body will offer some resistance against the change of dimensions, against the temperature. So that resistance against the temperature known as thermal stresses. Clear? So guys, this was the complete concept of stresses with its all types, all 5 types. I'm sure this video will be too helpful, too beneficial for you guys to learn about it. So thank you so much. Next video will discuss a next important topic. Till that video, take care. Bye bye.